Bus for the next few minutes here on meditation. So sit back and relax. So take a quick review of how you got here today, everything that conspired on your behalf to get you here, and just with an open heart, with gratitude, with joy, say thank you. And let's be present now for meditation. So close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do that, feet grounded. Just wiggle in the seat, get nice and comfy. Take a deep breath and follow it all the way down to your stomach. And begin to focus inward, and any sounds that you hear outside are just reminders to go deeper into meditation. In Zen Buddhism, there is a concept called beginner's mind. This refers to the attitude of approaching something with a fresh perspective, as if you were seeing it for the first time. It is a state of openness and curiosity without any preconceived notions or expectations. Having a beginner's mindset can be incredibly helpful in our personal and professional lives. It can help us learn to see from a different perspective, explore new benefits, ideas, solve problems more effectively, and be more creative. So let's take that into meditation and see how that applies to your life, or how it could apply to your life going forward. And I will check back in a few minutes. When we are open to new possibilities, we are more likely to see opportunities that we would have otherwise missed. We are also more likely to be willing to take risks and try new things. In contrast, an expert mindset can be limiting. When we believe that we already know everything or hold all the answers about a specific topic, we are less likely to be open to new ideas or different perspectives. So I invite you to take that into your day today and be mindful of having a beginner's mindset. So slowly, gradually come back into the our space here. And I thank you for joining us today at Scottsdale's for Spiritual Living. And stay tuned. And in a few minutes, we'll have a exciting, rocking, good time with Reverend Lee. Thank you all. Namaste.
we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together from different worlds, we are drawn together. In our own way, we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole.
All righty then. Good morning. I'm Reverend Lee Height, and I am glad you're here. We are all glad that you are all here. And welcome to Scottsdale Centers for Spiritual Living. Especially a special welcome to any of you who are here for the very first time today. We're glad you are here. We've got a few folks like that today. I'm thrilled to have you here. It's all right. Small group. We know who the new people are. Can't hide. It's all right. Small but growing and vibrant group. We have a lot of activities going on all the time. And if you would like to keep up with all of that, you can take a look at, point your camera at the QR code. It'll take you to a spot where you can sign up to be on our email list. Or you can go old school, and there's a pen and a piece of paper in the lobby, and you can write it down longhand. We know how to read cursive here. So that's a thing too. No secrets. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that one alone. All right. Facebook Live every Sunday. We are live streaming there and on YouTube. Also, we do have a replay every Wednesday evening that pops up on Facebook as well. But it's always there on YouTube, edited down to just the talk. That usually shows up around Monday, late Monday, early Tuesday, the edited version. So you can go check it out in case you fell asleep during the service or you were, God forbid, absent. No, kidding. We are glad you are here. So Facebook, Instagram. If you're active on Facebook, you can take a minute if you care to. If you're a Facebook adept, and check in and let people know that you're here. Say hello. Let's see. I think I hit all that. And it's the first Sunday of the month. Which means if you happen to have a birthday this month, any birthdays this month? Anybody in the space? Oh, well, all right. Yay. So, Stan, we're going to sing happy birthday to Lori. To you. Happy birthday. There we go. Yay, yay, yay. Happy birthday. And we have a great, very fun, loving community here at Scottsdale CSL, and we are growing and happy to meet new friends each and every week. We do have a mission, vision, and purpose for being. and we have a statement accordingly. So if you would join me in speaking that into the space this morning. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. In the good news department today, Baltimore Harbor. Meet Mr. Trash Wheel. The Baltimore Harbor's most beloved resident is celebrating his decennial this year. What better way to celebrate that than to look back on his years of service, than listing a few of those achievements. Mr. Trash Wheel is a national icon. Since his installment in the Inner Harbor in 2014, his popularity led to the installment of other trash collecting wheels, like Gwenda the Good Wheel of the West, and they have formed his family. There's a few others along with that. 5.2 million pounds have floated into their conveyor belt tongues and have been carried up into their wheel gullets and dropped into the floating dumpsters behind them. Mr. Trash Wheel boasts an extensive fan club, the Order of the Wheel, which welcomes in anyone willing to pledge a reduced reliance on single-use plastics and an intent to occasionally clean up their community. 3,000 members have joined the Order's ranks. Approximately 45,000 homes have been powered with electricity generated from the incineration of biological waste captured by Mr. Trash Wheel and his family. The trash wheels clean a total of 123 square miles of water. Gwenda and Mr. Trash Wheel each clean 60, while Professor Trash Wheel covers 2 square miles and Captain Trash Wheel covers 1. There we go. Yes, yay for the trash wheels. All right, and now we will turn it over to Daniel. Daniel? You bet.
Thank you, Rev.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone know what day it is? What famous day it is here? Yes, other than Lori's birthday month. So of course, that goes without saying. Happy birthday, Lori. This is an American holiday. They don't celebrate it in Mexico at all. And so it was manufactured by, I think it was the tequila business and the food business, whatever, back in the 60s. And so it's an opportunity for us to go out and sample margaritas. So happy Cinco de Mayo Day. So I'll be acting as a practitioner after service. If you would like to have a treatment after service, come see me. I'll be back by the prayer room. Reverend Lee's also available. If you would like something deeper, there's an issue that just has been, maybe you want to make something better, more different. Come and see either myself, Reverend Jill, or Reverend Lee, and we'll be able to talk to you about that on a deeper level, maybe a little bit longer than just a 3-minute or so treatment. Also, prayer requests can be left written in the back in the prayer box, online. Call them in. There's a variety of ways to get treatment for you during the whole week. So we actually take those prayer requests and we bring them into our consciousness and pray on them for the whole week. So yay for you. So before we get going with our blessing, when you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. And that's Lao Tzu, famous Chinese philosopher, writer. So join me as we take ourselves into this attitude of joy and know that we are surrounded 100% by this presence that we know as spirit, as God, a variety of different names. It all amounts to the same thing. It's this ultimate creative life force that created us, that created everything around us, and so much more. It permeates everything on this planet, in this universe, on a microscopic level. So we have this God presence, this spiritual presence running through us at all times. And there's so many qualities attached to that God-like presence, that spiritual presence: love, joy, happiness, peace, divine health, wisdom, knowledge, and so many more. It's always available to us every moment. It becomes more noticeable when we are quiet and we go within, but it is always there, ready to serve us, ready to be part of us, part of our journey. And so it's with an open heart and gratitude I give blessings for knowing that for each and every one of us within the sound of my voice. I give gratitude for this lovely spiritual center, for Reverend Lee and his message today, for Reverend Jill that brought us all together many years ago, for all the volunteers that do the sound, the video, all the activities that make sure that we have a center so that we can love each other and spread that love throughout the world, through the board of directors and through our members that keep us here in financial goodness and love. I am so grateful for all of that. And we welcome each and every faith tradition in our belief system and honor their path to the one God, whatever that is for them. We are there with you and with them. And I'm so joyful for that. And I recognize that we are an abundant community, overflowing with love and wealth and resources. I am so grateful for knowing all of this for each and every one of us. So as I sit in that power, in that knowing that that is the truth for each and every one of us, I am so grateful to know that for all of us. And I know that this talk, this action today is already done in the mind of God, in the mind of Spirit, that everything that you came here for is already realized for each and every one of us. I know that to be true. So I simply give these words away into that universal spirit that always says yes, each and every time to us, without any qualifications. And I celebrate that with an abundance of joy and energy as I let this go into that spiritual mindset, into that law that always says yes, and affirm that together by saying, and so it is.
You are blessed. You are a blessing. 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 You are a blessing. You are a blessing.
Good morning. Talk about gratitude this morning. The more you practice the art of thankfulness, the more you have to be thankful for. And that's from a long time ago, Norman Vincent Peale. Would anyone like to share something they're grateful about this morning? There you go.
The sunny weather.
Amen.
Anyone else? It can be long, small. Miss Lori. Big,
It's
little,
been a
whatever.
while. How y'all doing? I'm super grateful for this season, especially outdoor summer or spring concert season. Lots of fun live music going on all around town. So I hope everybody gets out to enjoy it. And of course, it's my birthday month, so every day is for me. And I'm really, really grateful for having found a professional, a person who can help me restore my koi pond.
Oh, good.
So my koi pond has been in crisis for several weeks. It's leaking, and I haven't been able to figure out why or from where. Anyway, it's been a journey, and finally I was led to the right person, and he's coming this week, and I just feel so positive and really happy about it. So, and one other thing, well, many other things, but I spoke to my brother yesterday. He's in his new home in Washington, and I'm getting ready to put my summer travel together to Washington. So I'm really excited about that.
Perfect. Yay. Anyone else have some gratitude they want to share?
I'll go.
All right, Katie.
As still being somewhat new to Arizona, I am grateful for the varied landscape and a drive up to Payson yesterday with Lee. We had a beautiful time up there supporting a friend at a plant and jewelry sale. So I'm grateful that we have such beautiful land to explore.
That's great. Anyone? Well, I have something. Oh, sorry. Who? You, Lori? Okay.
No.
Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. I'll make this quick. So, of course, it's about an animal, a pet. My neighbor can't walk his dog. He has a sort of a disease from birth, and he's usually only here a few months of the year because he has to live away from the heat. And he's here an extra month, and his dog's this little cute little dog. And he can't be walked right because Jeremy can't walk. So I committed to walking him twice a day for April and May, and it's been interesting. I thought, okay, this will be good for Jeremy. This will be good for Budgie. This has been incredibly good for me. I'm so grateful because right behind my condo, you can walk on a bike path that's literally on the golf course and watch the golfers and the ducks and the geese. So when I'm walking Budgie, I'm in the now all the time. I'm looking at the trees and the birds and the ducks and occasionally some really bad golf. And I have a great time, but I'm so fortunate and it's just worked out really well. I mean, they don't get up as early as I'd like to walk them a little earlier, but that's given me some good lessons as well. So I'm really grateful with little Budgie. So with that, I'm going to tell you that our information today is we have a book of the month on sale outside, and it's from Richard Bach, and it's Illusions is the name of it. And I have it on good authority that this is his best book. Someone in here told me that. So it's very small, very tiny. So I'm looking forward to reading that as well. And you can follow along with Reverend Jill and Reverend Lee as they go through the book with some of their discussions this month. And our next fundraiser, not fund, but fundraiser with Joe Hammer and his Outcasts is next Saturday, May 11th, and it's sold out. So that's going to be Saturday evening, and there are going to be like 38 of us having a great time here. So after Reverend Lee's talk this morning, he'll open the mic for your questions. If you want to talk about something that came up with your mind while you were listening, so save it, and he'll talk about it with you later. We love music at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, and today we welcome the inimitable Jamie Luma.
is the idea that Richard, our one of our main characters, goes out into the world and he gives people rides in his little airplane. He lands in fields and he lives life on his own. He's free. He's a rebel. He's I don't care what y'all think. I'm just going to go do my thing kind of guy. At least that's the way he tells himself he is. And he runs into this other person doing the same thing named Don. And Don's just, Richard kind of lands in this field and runs into Don. And Don's just chilling there. But Don's plane doesn't look quite right. Don's plane looks a little too good to have been flying all over the Midwest, giving people $3 rides in his airplane. And Richard's like, "Why are you lying to me, Don?" And Don says, "No, name's on the plane right there, Don." And so Richard's world begins to get really shaken up by Don. So the question for us today that I invite us to look at is, what happens when our world gets shaken? When something happens that totally just goes, I really didn't expect that. I got totally blindsided by that. And how do I get shook? What if somebody walks into my world and says, the world isn't quite the way you see it. It's even better. You're pretty good. You're pretty awesome, as a matter of fact, but I know there's more. We get all these little messages from the world that says we're separate. We were talking about in class on Thursday night, and I'm not telling stories out of school. I told them I was going to talk about this. I get these messages from the world all the time that tell me I'm separate. The wall over here tells me I'm separate. The chair I'm sitting on, or you're sitting on, tells me that you're separate. Tells you right now that you're separate from it. But are you? Quantum physics tells us that we're trading particles back and forth all the time. So are we really separate? Are we? I don't think so. We're trading energy back and forth all day long, all night long, day after day after day after day after day. So, when you're walking through the world, when we are walking through the world, what are we seeing? What are we feeling? Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind, founder of Centers for Spiritual Living, author of the Science of Mind, tells us time and time again that it's the dominant tendency of our thinking, the dominant tendency of our thought, the content of our consciousness is always being shown to us by the world. The sum total of my thoughts, ideas, and beliefs as an individual, the sum total of our thoughts, ideas, and beliefs as people, as humans on the planet, always show up. Always. We have a collective agreements about all kinds of stuff. Ernest Holmes writes this in The Science of Mind. With this vast array of facts at our disposal, it would be foolish to suppose that our self-knowing mind is any other than our perception of reality. Well, it is our unity with the whole, or God, on the conscious side of life, and is an absolute guarantee that we are a center of God consciousness in the vast whole. Hello. So our thinking, feeling, believing regarding anything, including ourselves, sets up our experience. Wow. I know for a lot of people, I know for me, I'll speak for myself. I know for me, sometimes that's a good news, bad news thing, right? Because sometimes I don't feel so good about me. And I go, oh, well, I better check that, right? I better check the committee for a little bit. I mean, I'll let them run for a little while, just kind of get where I'm down. But then, like I've talked about before in here, a new assignment, right? You give them a new assignment. Give them something positive to think about, something positive to say to you, right? Say, I'm happy, healthy, and whole, and I'm awesome. Right? Give them that little affirmation to work on, reassign them instead of all the nonsense about how I'm not enough and I'm not worthy and I did all this, that, and the other when I was younger and da 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 da. We all know the chatter. So the question becomes, can I allow myself the opportunity to set all that aside, shift my perspective, and let it be okay that the minister shows up in a t-shirt from the Rolling Stones instead of a suit and tie? Right? I know y'all think it's okay. They programmed us in ministerial school with, it's like you need to show up as looking prosperous. Oh yeah, that was part of the messaging. Sure. Suits, dude, suits are pricey, man, and they're not getting any cheaper. And it's okay. Sometimes jeans and a t-shirt and bright yellow socks feels a lot more fun, right? I mean, y'all want to come here and have a good time, right? Yeah. Right? We don't need to be heavy, deep, and real all the time. That can be part of it, but we're all connected. We get to show up and have fun in life. We get to show up and have a good time at the center on Sunday morning and laugh and smile. And yes, sometimes we come together and we get, and I get on a roll and I hit something deep and I start feeling teary, and that's okay too. Because that's the scope of our experience. All of it. From the happy to the sad, from the light to the dark, all of it matters. All of it, we have room for all of it here. And every now and then we get to come together and shake things up. Just like just like Richard got his world shaken by Donald. And you will hear about some of those experiences as we go through the month. Right? So Richard meets Don in the field, and they fly, they fly some rides. They fly more rides on that first day than Richard has ever flown. And in the end, they start having a conversation about how Richard is, I'm on the spiritual journey, and someday, maybe I'll meet somebody and that will know more than I do, or teach me something new, teach me something more. And Don just sits there and nods his head because Don knows. Don's got a handle on it. And they start talking a little philosophy here and there, and Don says, well, here, take a look at this book. And Richard opens the book. And he reads a couple things, and he gets down to this line. Learning is finding out what you already know. Doing is just demonstrating that you know it. Teaching is reminding others that they know just as well as you. You are all learners, doers, and teachers. I suspect this is where we got watch one, do one, teach one. It's a medical world thing. Watch one, do one, teach one. And we are all three. I have people I teach, I have people I learn from. And so on and so on and so on. And he goes on, reading the book, to the next one. The simplest questions are the most profound. Where were you born? Where is your home? Where are you going? And what are you doing? Think about these once in a while and watch your answers change. And I remember reading that the first time going, and then I read it today for the 100th time, and I went, they change. Even the where you were born changes. Where is your home? Changes, certainly. Where are you going? Oh, yeah. And what are you doing? And they change not necessarily because of where you are in life, but in terms of what you have become, who you are becoming. See, because it's all point of view, it's all perspective, and it's all based on where I am today. What are the beliefs I'm holding on to today that are coloring my world? What are the lenses that I'm working with? I was going to invite you. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I was going to invite you to change your seats, because y'all tend to sit in the same spot every week. You do. Y'all have a tendency to sit in the same spot. And I would invite you from time to time to change your seat. I'm not going to make you do it right now. If you want to, you can. But what I'm saying is, because where you sit in the room can have an impact on how you see, how you perceive, how you feel about what's going on in the space. I was at a workshop. I went to a workshop with brilliant teacher Gene Houston. Spent a whole week in this workshop with Gene Houston, with nothing but other ministers in the space. All religious science of mind ministers. Great week, but one of her rules as the workshop leader was, when you came back from a break or lunch or the next day, you were to not sit in the same spot twice over the course of the 5 days. It was like one of the rules. You always change your seat, always change your space. Because what that does is it keeps us conscious, number one. Keep you conscious, keep you awake, keep you engaged with this moment. Also, what it does is it changes your view of the space. It changes the view of the world. It changes your view of your relationship with what's going on. And when we can do that, when the unexpected happens, when the serendipitous happens, when the unplanned for event arises, we are more mentally, spiritually prepared for that unplanned for event, because we wholly expect the world to show up for us differently all the time. Because our lensing, so to speak, has become adapted to that sense of flexibility to how we view the world. We have engaged with what the Zen masters call beginner's mind, where we are open to everything being new all the time, where I'm looking at the world with eyes that say, I've not seen this before. What is that? How exciting. How exciting would that be? Or can that be for you? To walk around with a sense of saying, wow, that's brand new. What is a clock? What is a clock? What does a clock do? It's got hands and it turns. It's got a third hand that's always moving all the time. Wow. Wow. And then there's like another kind of clock that just has numbers. What?
Are you at a Stones concert?
That's a whole other conversation, Steven. But you get the point, right? It's like, how new flowers, really? And they smell? What? Come on. How wonderful would it be to walk through the world where everything was new all the time? With a sense of exploration, a sense of excitement, a sense of saying, wow, tell me more about that. Or how do I learn more about that? How do I learn more about me? When I look in the mirror and look at myself as new, it's like, okay, all right, doing all right, feeling good, okay. Can I do that? Sure. Sure. You know what? Bill Murray made a lot of progress on Groundhog's Day. He sure did. Um, and if I'm inviting that sense of newness, that sense of connection, when I get to the point where I'm seeing myself, number one, as connected to everything, all the time, everywhere, right? Where the wall appears to be over there, but I know I'm connected to it. You seem to be over there, no matter where you are, in the chair, across the country, across the world, but I know we're connected. But I know there's an energetic exchange always going on, no matter where we are. That's why we can pray for somebody on the other side of the world and get results. That's why a Reiki practitioner can sit in Maine and talk to me here in Arizona and say, hey, I'm sending you the stuff right now. And I'm like, yeah, got it. Had that experience. And I've prayed for people across the world, known the truth about them. And it all works. And that's why it works. It works because we're connected. It works because even though you appear to be over there, I know you are right here because you are not necessarily an individual. You are an individualized expression of one unique and infinite source and substance, and that is called God or Spirit or Source, whatever you want to call it. You are an individualized expression as I am. And this is me looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, together being spirit, being God, looking at God, experiencing God, all of it at the same time. And wow! Because it's all one. And we can have fun with that. That's the point. The point is we can. Whoa! Woo! We can have a good laugh. It's all right. Steve's back there cracking me up. All right. See, God is a giggle. God is a giggle. Y'all saw my post last week. God is a giggle. And that's what makes it fun. When we are willing to shift perspective, willing for it to be different, willing for it to be, yes, it can be, we can be centered and calm and peaceful and have that moment where everything is still. And we can have raucous, uncontrolled, unmanageable laughter at the same time or in the next moment. Because that is spirit expressing too. Because it all is. The laughter, the tears, all of it at once. And when we acknowledge the connection, we know who our people are. Right? We know who our tribe is. We know who the people are that we are to walk this journey with. We recognize them in the moment. Even Richard finds it in the Messiah's Handbook where it says, your friends will know you better in the first minute you meet than your acquaintances will know you in 1,000 years. Isn't that true? Because we're all connected. And the ones who vibrate with us, the ones who are our teachers, our students, our co-wanderers on the path, the ones that know it's not a straight line from A to Z, the ones that know that we're tacking and jibing across the course to get to our destination, across the ocean of consciousness that says, you know what, we're one. We know our people. And we know that the door is always open for others along the way. Ernest writes this, right here, through our own nature, is the gateway and the path that gradually leads to illumination, to realization, to inspiration, to the intuitive perception of everything. Because, as he said in the first quote, we are a center of God consciousness in the vast whole. It's all one, friends. And when we really sit and allow ourselves to be present with that idea, that it's not that idea, this idea that it is all one. If we really spend time with that, it will shake our world. When you realize that when you are looking at somebody else, you're looking at you. And when they are looking at you, they are looking at themselves. So I would invite, let's go. Hold on. And that leads to their spiritual practice this week. I'm going to go back just a couple steps to beginner's mind. This week, we are about the practice of allowing a fresh perspective, opening ourselves to something new. Let's start the day declaring for ourselves. Today, I view the world as entirely new, with a beginner's mind and an open heart. Let's work with that this week and see what happens. Just see what happens. No expectation, no preconceived notions. That's the whole idea, right? We wipe the slate clean. Walking into the world saying, you know what? It's all brand new. How can I do that? How can I open to that? How can I stay curious? Stay curious. Okay? So, now it's your turn. Thoughts, questions. Lori, I saw you make notes.
Oh,
Or maybe I already answered it.
I just wrote down something you said.
Oh, okay.
You wanted to share to a friend.
Oh, okay.
It says the dominant tendency of our thinking is being consistent and reflected back to us by life.
Yes.
Taking that with me.
Yeah. I used to know what page that was on in the book, and I don't anymore. Anyway. Thank you, though. That's one of my favorites. Questions, comments?
It does look different from here than over there.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell a funny story about that.
Can you? Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
So I was taking this class,
Oh.
and it's Katie. I was taking a class on anatomy and physiology at the junior college, and every time I went to class, I would sit in a different place. Everybody else sat in the same chair every time. And so I'm doing my thing. I'm switching around. And then one day it was a test day, and I sat in a different seat, and this person came and sat next to me. And then the instructor goes, leave at least 1 or 2 spaces in between each of you. There's plenty of room. We want everyone spread out. And so this person's just doing what they're doing. I was like, hey, he said we're supposed to leave space. And she goes, well, this is my seat, and I've been here every day of the class, and you've been moving all around, so you can move. And I was like, yeah, I can. Okay, bye.
All right. There we go. I love that. Love that. Yeah. Bravo. Yeah, no, good one. Yeah. All right. Anybody else? I'm not going to make you talk. Trust me. All right. Well, we'll move along then. All right. Let's take it inside, and we'll do our affirmative prayer, our spiritual mind treatment. Yeah, just do that with me. Doesn't that feel good? Yummy. All right. And today we're going to begin with gratitude. Just being grateful for the laughter and the joy and the love that we feel here today. Grateful for inviting in something entirely new in our experience. As we begin by recognizing that God is all there is, an infinite life and love and joy that is truly the source and substance of our being. And it is in this life that we live and move and have our expression, that it in us, as us, each and every one, uniquely individualized as it, and uniquely as ourselves, with our own special flavor of this life. Our own special color and texture and sense of feeling, and together we create a magnificent and magical tapestry that is this world in which we live. We let love and joy point the way today. We open ourselves to something entirely new in this and every moment. Some new expression and experience of love, of joy, of peace, of harmony, of wholeness, of health. Open to it all. We set everything else aside. Everything that has gone before is now in the past, because we live in this moment now. A full and glorious and magical and magnificent expression of ourselves. how wonderful it is that we walk in this world receiving our good, open to something wonderful, knowing that something wonderful is happening right now for us, each and every one. We know this not only for ourselves, but for the community in which we live, the community that we serve, our state, our country. Truly, this world is surrounded in this light of knowing that we have right now with us. We know that our good is our God, our good is Spirit, our good is Source. This good is all around us. And so with gratitude, we go into the rest of this day, this week, our lives, knowing that all is well, that life is good as each and every one of us. And so we let it be. And so it is. Oh. All right. Thank you all. All right. Let's see. I got to stay here and still my thing. I'm flying solo today. Well, with Daniel. Daniel and I are flying solo today. And yes, I said it that way on purpose. There is only one of us. Now is the time for our grateful giving. Time of our service where we engage with our spiritual practice of keeping the flow of abundance and prosperity moving in, through, around, and as all of us, including the spiritual community that we live in, that we occupy. There are a lot of ways that we participate in this giving, but first, Ernest Holmes has this to say: I know that my good is increased and multiplied as it is scattered. I am both an inlet and an outlet for the passage of divine love, life, and power. Wherever I go, then I shall impart this divine blessing which I have received. So we invite everybody here in the space, everybody online, to join with us in this process today. We have links on our website, including Zelle and PayPal, to make a one-time or a recurring donation. When you do make it a recurring donation, you're part of our Auto Tithe program. We have these little golden tickets, not the Willy Wonka golden tickets, but our own golden ticket in the lobby. You can grab them on your way in and drop them in the basket saying, yeah, I'm part of the Auto Tithe program. We also have money finders, green envelopes. Money Finders is a program where we stay open to and invite serendipitous occurrences of prosperity and good in our lives. So, say somebody, buys you breakfast at Starbucks. Yep, somebody did that for me today. I need to do that. So I need to take 10% and put it in the envelope and then drop it and say, hey, I keep the 90. Actually, I had breakfast, so yeah. But we stay open to it. We invite the not unexpected necessarily, but the unplanned for good that shows up in our lives. So that's part of the Money Finders program. If you use your credit card, you can use that in the lobby. You can use the QR code that pops up there. You can mail it in if you want. We can do that too. But today we have an offering basket here in the 3D. So if you'll join me, hold this, if you're comfortable, holding it over your heart, and say with me: I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I'm grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so
All right, and we are so very, very grateful for the abundance that is shared with us here today and every day, because we know that the flow, ever expanding flow of prosperity and abundance is ongoing. It happens in each and every moment, and we are ready to and willing to and celebrate our receiving, giving, sharing, and flowing with this never-ending cycle. Our good is our God, and our God is always present with us, around us, and within us in each and every moment. And so we let it be, and so it is. All right. Let's see. A few closing thoughts today, or reminders. If you would like prayer today, Daniel and I will be available for you after the service. There's also the prayer box if you want to leave it written. Spot on the website, 24/7, 365, where you can leave prayer requests. We are always here for you. Reminder also that Reverend Jill, myself, and Daniel are available for spiritual coaching if you care to carry things into a deeper, more focused, intentional level with that process in your life. Reverend Joe, Joe's fun. I said Reverend Joe. Reverend Joe, I gave you an upgrade. I don't know. You may not consider it an upgrade. I don't know. But Joe's fundraiser event is sold out. Thank you, Joe. And everybody who's participating in that as well. Next Sunday, we'll continue our May series, Windows and Doorways to Creative Expression, with Reverend Jill's talk, which I'm really looking forward to, but I'll be watching online. Otters of the Universe. Otters of the Universe. And I told her, I said, that's kind of interesting. She said, my camp counselor name, I was camp counselor. Summer camp was Otter. We all had like alter ego names. That was fine. Oh, it was Otter. So, yeah, she didn't know that. So I don't know. Am I an Otter of the Universe? Maybe. So she said, where we will look at how adopting the attitude of the otter may lead us to experiencing more miracles, freedom, and creativity in our everyday life. I'm looking forward to this one. All right. If you'll stand with me for our affirmation and then our song. If you'll join me, please. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today, I view the world with fresh.
let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand. I'm gonna stand for joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new